NEWS.MC on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on NEWS.MC, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is Francesco Mitrano and I am the president of the Monte-Carlo Polo Federation, and you are watching NEWS.MC on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? The Monaco Scientific Centre completed a major three-day review by an independent improvement committee on Thursday, the 27th of November. The internationally recognised panel of experts assessed the centre's recent work, research impact and new strategic direction. This in-depth analysis follows a major governance shift earlier in 2025 and is aimed at guiding the centre through a key period of renewal. The committee praised the CSM's scientific rigour, innovation and global relevance, particularly in marine biology, polar research and medical science. Their findings validate Monaco's ambition to maintain world-class research standards and support His Serene Highness Prince Albert II's international environmental leadership. The report also highlighted strong synergies across teams and promising plans to increase collaboration and resources. The evaluation confirms the CSM's role as a leading scientific force in the Principality. On November the 27th, the Monte-Carlo Société des Bains de Mer announced a 10% rise in revenue for the first half of the 2025 to 2026 financial year, reaching €542.5 million. That's an increase of 47.3 million compared to the same period last year. This strong performance is largely attributed to a successful summer season, with growth recorded across all of SBM's sectors, including hospitality, gaming and entertainment, reflecting continued momentum in the group's resort-wide recovery and development strategy. The holiday season officially began in Monaco on November the 27th as the princely family gathered on Place du Palais to launch the Christmas lights. Prince Hereditary Jacques and Princess Gabriella led the countdown, triggering thousands of sparkling LED illuminations across every district of the Principality. Half of this year's installations were newly upgraded to improve energy efficiency, including a striking new light structure on Larvotto beach. These festive displays mark the start of a magical season filled with joy, celebration and events for all ages. On December 5th, the much-anticipated Christmas village opens with a charming teddy bear theme. Animated shop windows, weekend parades, live concerts and creative workshops for children will bring the festive spirit to life. As always, the popular outdoor ice rink will also return, offering residents and visitors a chance to enjoy winter fun by the sea. Monaco is officially aglow with holiday cheer. The 2025 Golden Foot Awards were held in Monaco on the evening of Thursday, November the 27th, celebrating some of football's most iconic names. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II attended the prestigious ceremony at Rampoldi Restaurant, where World Cup winners Christian Carembeu and Vicente Lizarazu received the Legends Award, joining a Hall of Fame that includes Pelé, Maradona and Ronaldo. Antoine Griezmann won the 2025 Men's Golden Foot Award and sent a video message in his absence. Nadia Nadim received the Women's Award for her inspirational career in global football. The Franco-Monegasque Cooperation Commission met in Monaco on the 28th of November to reaffirm the strong and historic ties between France and the Principality. This annual meeting, alternating between Paris and Monaco since 2002, focused on key bilateral topics. Central to discussions were Monaco's progress in anti-money laundering reforms and its commitment to exiting the FATF grey list. Other issues included transport and mobility, especially projects requiring coordination on French territory, waste management, and updates to the 1952 Social Security Agreement. Officials also addressed diplomatic representation, the customs agreement, and the practical implementation of priorities set during the French president's state visit in June. Both sides underscored the need for continued cooperation, especially on issues directly impacting residents, cross-border workers, and the intertwined daily lives of citizens in both countries. The second edition of Monaco Inspire took place on November 29th at Le Méridien Beach Plaza, uniting founders, startups, and future business leaders for a dynamic morning of talks and exchanges. Organised by the Junior Chamber of Economic Development, the event featured headline speakers Kelly Massol, Pierre Frola, and the team behind Banana Moon. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II visited workshops and startup booths, reaffirming Monaco's support for innovation. With participants from across Europe, the event cemented its status as a launchpad for bold ideas, meaningful dialogue, and Monaco's next generation of entrepreneurs. Monaco's festive season continued in sparkling style on Saturday the 29th of November as the princely family illuminated the iconic Casino Square. The facade of the Casino de Monte-Carlo, a monumental Christmas tree, and 5 giant baubles now dazzle with thousands of lights, delighting visitors of all ages. Many attendees discovered the event by chance and were charmed by the surprise. With music, glowing decorations, and a magical atmosphere, the launch of the illuminations drew crowds from Monaco and beyond. The Festival of Stars closed in spectacular fashion with a glittering gala at the Salle des Étoiles on November the 29th. For the 5th year, Monaco's most Michelin-starred chefs, including Dominique Laurie, Marcel Ravin, Emmanuel Pilon, and Cédric Grolet, joined forces to deliver a 6-course masterpiece to 275 guests, including His Serene Highness Prince Albert II and members of the princely family. Each chef brought their own brigade, working together in perfect coordination. Laurie's opening dish featured grilled sea bream with rockfish jelly, botarga, and Chardonnay granita. Precision service, live performances, and a tiered cake finale underlined SBM's reputation as the world's most starred resort. World AIDS Day on December the 1st marked an important moment for awareness, remembrance, and action, especially in Monaco, where Fight AIDS Monaco, presided over by Princess Stephanie, continues its mission to educate and prevent. According to recent data from the Joint United Nations Programme on HIV and AIDS, 1.3 million new infections were recorded globally in 2024, with young people accounting for more than 41% of cases over the last decade. Despite medical advancements, stigma, misinformation, and complacency remain major hurdles. Christophe Glasser, director of Fight AIDS Monaco, emphasized the critical role of prevention, especially among youth, who may underestimate the virus's seriousness. Awareness tools like testing, education, and condom use remain vital. The palace was illuminated in red in solidarity, reinforcing the Principality's commitment to ending AIDS. On December the 2nd, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II took part in a profound religious moment, joining Monegasque pilgrims in Rome to walk through the Holy Door of St. Peter's Basilica. Opened only once every 25 years to begin the Jubilee year, the Holy Door represents forgiveness, renewal, and spiritual reflection. This marked the first time the sovereign personally crossed the Holy Door, accompanied by Archbishop Dominique Marie David and Monaco's ambassadors. The pilgrimage reaffirmed Monaco's deep spiritual ties with the Vatican and its enduring place within Europe's religious heritage. The door remains open until December the 24th. Monaco has taken on a landmark diplomatic role by chairing the Human Rights Committee of the Council of Europe for the first time. This important body oversees the implementation of European Court of Human Rights rulings, ensuring member states respect core freedoms under the Convention. Ambassador Gabriella, speaking from Strasbourg, confirmed Monaco's leadership will focus on neutrality, dialogue, and consensus. The role precedes Monaco's upcoming presidency of the Committee of Ministers in 2026. With this dual mandate, the Principality is reinforcing its international reputation as a stable, engaged, and principled voice in European diplomacy and human rights protection. Monaco's IM2S clinic has unveiled Rosa, a cutting-edge surgical robot designed to assist with full knee replacement procedures. Officially presented in the presence of His Serene Highness Prince Albert II, Rosa enhances surgical precision through preoperative 3D modeling and real-time intraoperative guidance. Clinicians expect improved recovery times, longer-lasting implants, and reduced need for revision surgeries. Far from replacing surgeons, Rosa acts as a digital co-pilot, supporting, not substituting, medical expertise. The launch reflects Monaco's broader commitment to innovation in healthcare and positions IM2S at the forefront of high-tech orthopedic treatment in the Principality and beyond. Monaco marks the International Day of Persons with Disabilities on December the 3rd with a strong focus on parasport and inclusion. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II inaugurated a striking photography exhibition by Romain de Cigales titled Beyond Limits on the Larvotto Promenade, showcasing major international disabled sports competitions. The Prince also attended the Handipack Day conference at Le Méridien Beach Plaza, assessing Monaco's disability policy launched in 2023. The policy supports accessible infrastructure and awareness across public institutions. Highlights included tributes to inclusive venues and associations and a powerful address by Gaël Rivière, Paralympic champion and president of the French Federation of Disability Sport. AS Monaco Basket enjoyed a dominant start to December with 2 high-scoring victories over Paris Basketball. On Tuesday 2nd, the Roca team advanced to the French Cup quarter-finals with a 109-103 win at Gaston Médecin. Mike James was electric, scoring 20 first-half points and finishing with 28. Despite a late Paris comeback, Monaco held firm thanks to sharp game management and a composed finish. Just 2 days later, on Thursday the 4th, the two sides met again, this time in EuroLeague action. Monaco produced an even more convincing performance, cruising to a 125-104 victory in front of their home crowd. These back-to-back wins underline the Roca team's growing momentum, with their attacking rhythm and depth proving too much for Paris on both occasions. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is Francesco Mitrano and I am the president of the Monte-Carlo Polo Federation. I am from Italy. I born in Rome. I lived the first years of my life between Rome and Switzerland. After that I went to Tuscany. I moved to Tuscany, where I have a property in Chianti, near Siena, between Siena and Florence. I studied in Rome and then I studied also abroad in the States, also a period. I started political science. I worked for the Italian embassy in London for a short period as an attaché, but also had an experience in the army. I did parachuting during the military period, involved during the army when I started very young riding horses. And I started when I was 5 years old, but then in the 90s, to a friend of mine, approached the polo. You know, they invited me to see the polo, and I love it so much that I started to play polo. Slowly, and while I had a good background in horse riding, it was quite easy for me to practice this sport. When I moved to Monaco, I said if it's possible to have the Grand Prix in Monaco, why not have polo as well? Many people thought that I was completely out of my mind, saying this is not possible to have polo in Monaco, while I had a background in army, as you said. I was in the army, so I'm a bit stubborn, and when I like something, I go up to the end. So I want to create this polo, I want to create this event in Monaco. I went first to check where was possible to play polo. Then I went to Devance. I like it, and I invested quite a lot to create this polo field. My surprise was that even though we don't have a proper polo field, in fact we had a sponsor at the level of the Marc Piguet, Barclays Bank from the start, from the beginning. I would say, I don't want to say that I'm the pioneer of the arena polo or something, but for sure I was one of the who believed that sooner or later the arena polo in a small field would be very interesting. And in fact the results now, those days, prestigious polo clubs in the world, they build arenas polo. So, you know, Monaco is very special, very beautiful country. We are supported in this new idea. So yeah, I noticed that they liked the project. We could not play inside Monaco, but just outside, like, you know, even the tennis club and some others, they're outside of Monaco. So basically a Monaco event, that was the most important thing. So I had a very good positive reaction, so good that they allowed me, which is a big conquer for me, to have a horse parade for many years in Casino Square. In the 2013, we had the first Monte-Carlo Polo Cup. And from 2013, every year we did a polo event, up to 2018. The intention is to get again the polo as an Olympic sport. The logistic, it's quite complex. It's not like other sports. Many horses, many things. So it's not a sport that you can take a tennis racket or a ball and play soccer. It's quite complex. But I believe in our federation, and I'm putting even more energy, because I would like this. Our federation grows more and more. The good thing, we had a chance they invited us as a Monte Carlo Polo Federation, Monaco Polo Federation worldwide. I'm very honored and proud of this, So, but I believe sooner or later there will be again, hopefully, an Olympic sport, recognized Olympic sport. First thing, I think Monaco is a beautiful place, but it's very safe. I had this impression since I moved to Monaco. I was walking with my 2 children, and one of the 2 was very young. And I was talking with the older one. And at a certain point, I turned and I don't see my son anymore. Obviously, you don't see your son. The very young one was like 3.5, 4 years. I was panicking in a way, And the wonderful thing, that's Monaco, why I love Monaco. One of the reasons why I like Monaco, that a few minutes later, 2 policemen, they came with my son. I mean, I didn't have time to panic, to get worried. That was already there. So for me, this was something, and they love it. This is one of the main reasons. And of course, because beautiful weather, you live a very serene life in Monaco. And at the same time, if you want to live a glamour, you have many events. They have many events in Monaco. One of those was our event. As I said before, I travel a lot. But Monaco is Monaco, it's unique. That's why everybody, when you talk about Monaco, they dream. As I said before, it's like a dreamland. Everybody dreams to come to Monaco, to see Monaco. But there are many reasons to be happy in Monaco.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching News.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, News.MC and MonacoInfo.com. Next week, we will receive Dr. Anastasia Shevchenko, anthropologist. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit News.MC and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.